as your instructor for humanities. As you have probably figured out, the humanities are a pretty broad category that consists of literature, history, philosophy, language, music, architecture, basically anything that humans have done, we put in this category known as the humanities. So it also includes the arts, the performing arts, the visual arts, basically awesome stuff that humans have done. We look at what the other animals on this planet have accomplished, and I think it's fair to say the humans have done quite a bit more, maybe even in more damage, but we have been the ones who have thought and used philosophy and created religions and have myths and beliefs and culture, and I mean, you know, the list goes on and on. So that's what we're going to talk about this term, and really this is a valuable course for everyone because we all need to know more about humanity, what it means to be human, to look at culture and some of the disparities between cultures, but also the similarities between cultures. The fact that we all have culture is significant. You know, dogs don't really have culture. They have instincts, but they're friendly, they're loyal. But are those values, or are they just, you know, they know who takes care of them and who feeds them, right? So humans are quite interesting creatures on this planet. So I have a background in both humanities and theology, which the two kind of work hand to hand, because theology really, at the end of the day, is philosophy. It's sitting around reasoning about, you know, what or who God is and what God does, and since my second master's is in humanities, the history of ideas is the emphasis. You know, I see theology also as these grand ideas people have had for centuries about God, and so it fits nicely into the scheme of historical thought and philosophy. But of course, we also branch out into every other religion, you know, when it comes to the history of ideas about gods and goddesses and myths, and you know, where do humans come from? What is morality? All of these questions get answered in that big category of humanities. So I'm looking forward to this term with you guys. This is my first term that I've taught with SNHU, so I'm learning a lot, and I'll admit up front that I don't know everything about Brightspace, our learning platform, but I'm learning. That's pretty user-friendly, so that's helpful for you and I. You know, I also am learning the policies and enforcing the policies of SNHU, and they're very clear, and we have tons of documentation, as you've noticed. Everything is very clear, and everything is on paper or in a file that you can access. Most everything you need to know is in that Start Here folder. And yeah, so if at any point you have a question, you are more than welcome. I mean, I absolutely encourage you to reach out to me. I need to know if you're struggling. You'll never offend me or inconvenience me or bother me. That is my job. So please email me, j.weatherford@SNHU, right? Just like the university's called, SNHU. So that's j.weatherford@snhu.edu. You can also text me, 415-895-0539. And you can also you can hit me up on Skype if you would like to have a face-to-face encounter. Sometimes that works better for people because they're more comfortable when they can see the person they're talking to. And my Skype username is in my welcome announcement and also in the My Instructor announcement. So I don't know it as well off the top of my head, so you can go there and find it. Yeah, so also in that same vein, let me also tell you that you can use the general questions discussion board to post questions that are not exactly, course content specific. Might just be asking where something is. If it doesn't seem like something you want to just directly ask me, you can go there. Everyone can see the posts on the general discussion board for any questions you might have, and someone else might even be able to chime in and give you an answer. And so that's a place where we can all talk, and I'll respond to anything you put there. So please feel free to post on the general discussion board if you have any general questions. But yeah, so that's me in a nutshell, right? When I'm not teaching, which is all the time. I teach for several colleges online, mostly, and I teach face-to-face writing classes and humanities classes here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I teach English online to Chinese kids. So I'm always teaching, always. And when I'm not, I'm traveling. But even when I travel, I teach. And I just got back from spending 5 months in Berlin, Germany, with my wife and my 2-year-old. Wonderful time. We spent Christmas in Berlin, and Germans really know how to do the Christmas thing, let me tell you, over the top. It was great. And we spent a little bit of time in Norway. So it's just, I love to travel, and I love culture. I love the humanities. I love history. I love world religions. I love philosophy. I mean, this stuff really makes my blood flow, so I get excited teaching humanities and then living out the humanities experience of traveling around and visiting with cultures and learning new people and learning new things. So I have some insight. I love to travel. I love culture. I love to teach. I have some education. Please use me as a resource to help you. But at the same time, I want to be clear, like your life experiences and what you value and what you do and who you are is going to teach me more, maybe even than what I could ever teach you. And so, let's learn together. I hope that I can come off to you as approachable. So please don't be intimidated to ask questions or if I say something, you can challenge it. We're in a free place to be challenged, to get at, the big truths of life and to wrestle with those things and to be civil at the same time. We look at the media today and social media, and the world is anything but civil. So maybe we can restore some civility as we discuss ideas that we may not all agree with, or discuss viewpoints and perspectives that are new to us or different to us, or maybe we don't like them, but we'll learn to have the conversation with peace and kindness and civility, and that is our utmost goal. And so, as I like to say, and I'll end on this, we're trying to become more thoughtful human beings, and the world needs more thoughtful human beings. We just do. The more thoughtful you are, the more caring you are, the more empathetic you are, the more compassionate you will become, and you'll make a better citizen of planet Earth. So we'll think critically, and we will think analytically, and we'll wrestle with ideas and concepts, and we'll make them fit for our life and our understanding of the world. But at the end of it all, we will have gone through the journey of thinking about it and thinking together. And again, that is something that humans, we have a corner on the market. We sit around and think about, what does it mean to exist? What does it mean to be? What is thought? Philosophy is fascinating. A lot of philosophers kill themselves, though, because, well, Those questions aren't really meant to be answered. They're meant to be asked. And some people had a hard time, I think, philosophers, realizing there weren't any good answers to most of their questions. So, side thing, so I won't go down that rabbit trail. But let me close with that and just let you know again that I'm here. I'm human. I'm real. I'm available. I want to help you. I really want to. I want you to succeed. And you know what? I'll be maybe I'm one of the only people in your life saying it, but you will succeed. You can do this. And, you're in college. You're doing this to get a degree probably for an amazing reason. And I applaud you for that. And you can do it. So let me know if you need anything. I'm around.